Hello everybody, welcome back to Uniqs Learning, the next generation education partner. My name is Kevin Deshan. So in this video also we brought you another challenging mathematics question. This question is mainly based on the knowledge of ratios. So let's first go through the question. The question says a fertilizer mixture is prepared by mixing urea and superphosphate in the ratio 3:5. So the ratio between the amount of urea and phosphate mixed in the fertilizer solution is in the ratio 3:5. Then it says the ratio is 1:2 of the prices between urea and phosphate. So the prices of urea and phosphate is in the ratio 1:2. Then if the price of 1 kilogram of the mixture is 13,000, find the cost of 1 kilogram of urea and the cost of 1 kilogram of phosphate. Okay, so now you can pause the video and try to solve this question. So once you are done, you can go through the detailed explanation and check whether your answer is correct or not. So now you can pause the video. So this question is about ratios, right? So in the question it says there is a mixture of fertilizers. So this fertilizer contains two types of things. One is urea and the other is phosphate. Okay? The other is phosphate. Then the ratio is given, it is 3:5, right? So I will write down urea is to phosphate. So urea is to phosphate is equal to what? So urea is to phosphate, they have given it is equal to 3:5, right? What do you mean by 3:5? That means if you use 3 kilograms of urea, if there's 3 kilograms of urea in this mixture, there is also 5 kilograms of phosphate. So that is the meaning of 3:5. So similarly, if there is 6 kilograms, there will be 10 kilograms of phosphate. Or if there is 300 grams, there will be 500 grams of phosphate. So likewise the ratio, right? The ratio of mass. Okay, so it is given, it is 3:5. Then after that there is another thing given about prices. So the prices says the price of urea. So I will use the price of urea and the price of phosphate is equal to what? 1:2, right? So that means the price. So if you in the shop you see the price is mentioned, right? So they say 1 kilogram of urea and 1 kilogram of phosphate. So 1 kilogram of urea is, if let's say it is 200 rupees, then this will be twice of that, 400. Okay, so that is the meaning of 1:2. If this one is 1, this will be 2. But always remember, this is equal mass, right? For an equal mass. This is not talking about the cost. Okay, so they are not talking about the cost. That is the difference between this question and the normal general questions, right? The ratio is given 1:2 is not for cost, it is for price. So the price is 1:2, right? The price always refers to equal mass. Okay? So now let's go through the question. The question says, in 1 kilogram of fertilizer, to make 1 kilogram of fertilizer, you need 13,000 rupees, right? 13,000 rupees. So most of the students who did this, the mistake they did was, they split this 13,000 in the ratio 1:2 and said the price of urea is this much, the price of phosphate is this much. What they did, they split this one into 1:2, right? What they did 1/3 times 13,000. Then they got. So what they did was, they checked if for 3 it's 1, how much for 13. But what is the problem with this? It is not given that the amount of urea used and the amount of phosphate used is equal, right? For example, suppose you buy 1 kilogram. So if you buy 1 kilogram of urea and 1 kilogram of phosphorus, the ratio between the cost will be 1:2. It will be 300, 200 and 400. But what if you buy 1 kilogram of urea and you buy 100 kilograms of phosphate? Then what will be your price? This one will be 200 and this one will be 4,000, right? Is this ratio 1:2? No, right? So that is why I am telling you cannot use this ratio to split this 13,000, right? So now let us see how to solve this question. So this is the mistake done by most of the students. Okay, so now let us see. Okay, so the data they have given, to make 1 kilogram you need how much? 13,000 rupees. Okay, so now let's see what is the mass of urea and mass of phosphate used in the mixture. So let me write mass of urea in 1 kilogram of fertilizer is equal to how much? It is, the ratio is 3:5. So how to solve it? We have 8. If we divide the fertilizers into 8 parts, out of that 8, 3 will be urea. Then if for 8 it is 3, then how much for 1 kilogram? Right? How much for 1 kilogram? Or you can use 1000 grams. Then you will get the answer 3/8 kilograms. Okay? So in 1 kilogram of fertilizer, 3/8 kilograms will be urea. Then again we can find mass of phosphate. Mass of phosphate in 1 kilogram of fertilizer. So if we divide the fertilizer into 8 parts, 5 will be what? 5 will be phosphate. Then how much for 1 kilogram? It will be 5/8 kilograms, right? So phosphate will be 5/8 kilograms. So then again, if you add these two, it will add up to 1 kilogram, right? Then no problem with that. So now we know how much urea is there, how much phosphate is there. Okay, so now we can keep it aside. Now we will come to the price. So in that case, let me take, so this is a good trick. Always, if you don't know, you are supposed to find the price of urea, right? So we will use that variable, right? We will use x and we will continue. So I will write, let the price of urea equal to what? Equal to x. So then this price means 1 kilogram, right? Let the price of urea. So let price of 1 kilogram of urea is equal to x. Then we know the price of 1 kilogram of phosphate is equal to how much? It is 1:2. If the price of urea is x, this is definitely going to be 2x, right? Okay, then we know the price of 1 kilogram of urea, we know the price of 1 kilogram of phosphate. This is almost done now. We know how much urea is there, how much phosphate is there. So if the price of 1 kilogram of urea is x, what is the price of 3/8 kilograms of urea? If one toffee is $2, so how much for 5 toffees, right? So what you do, you will multiply 2 by 5. So similarly, if the price of 1 kilogram of urea is x, how much for 3/8 kilograms? So what do we need to do? We need to multiply them, right? So you can write cost of urea. I want you to see the difference in the sentences. This is price, okay? That is the price, but this is the cost, how much he spent to buy, okay? So the price of 1 kilogram of urea is x, how much he is going to buy? 3/8 kilograms. So I will write 3/8. So I will get the cost of urea is 3x/8, right? Then here I will write cost of phosphate. Cost of phosphate. Then, so if he buy 1 kilogram, it is going to cost him 2x. Okay, if he buy 1 kilogram of phosphate, it is going to cost him 2x. Then if he buy 5/8 kilograms, how much it is going to cost? It is going to be 10x/8. Okay, so now you know how much it cost him to buy urea, how much it cost him to buy phosphate, right? But in the question it is given the total cost was 13,000. So what can you do? You can just, the cost of urea is 3x/8 plus the cost of phosphate 10x/8. 10x over 8 is going to be equal to what? 13,000. Is going to be equal to 13,000, right? So then I can simplify and write this one plus this one is going to be how much? 10 plus 3 is 13x. 13x over 8 is going to be equal to 13,000, right? So then can you find x? Yes, right? So let me erase the top part. So here I can write 13x over 8 equal to 13,000. So I can cancel out here. It will be 1000. So x is going to be equal to what? X is equal to 8 times 1000, which is 8,000. So this is the price of urea, which is equal to, I will write here, price of 1 kilogram of urea. Why? Because we took x. Here we wrote let price of 1 kilogram of urea equal to x. So we know we found x finally, which is the price of 1 kilogram of urea. Then we know the price of phosphate, which is 2x. So I can write here price of 1 kilogram of phosphate, superphosphate, is equal to what? Equal to 2x. So it is going to be equal to 16,000. So I hope you understand this question. So it is not that difficult, is it? So thank you for joining with us. So I would like you to remind you again to subscribe our channel, click on the bell notification icon so that you will not miss any future videos. Also share, like and comment on our videos. And do you think this is useful? So if so, please do let us know. And if you have any other method, if there is any other better method than this, also mention in the comments. So it will be helpful for others. So thank you very much again. See you in another video.